Hey everyone, it's Phil. Well...
Happy birthday, Phil! Happy birthday, Phil, because it's April 1st. It's
Say you
April
stepped
Fool's
on
Day.
it! You stepped on it!
I beat you to it.
I was gonna say, none of my co-hosts could show up again this time. And I was gonna say, oh wait, April Fools. They're here. Lilith's here. Tyler's here. Our special guest, Chris Johnson's here.
Yeah, it's Phil's birthday, so you better be shooting him a Twitter, or a Facebook message, or an email to have read on the...
Or presents.
Or presents.
Gift cards.
Yeah, we start...
Yeah, gift cards, money.
I'm all about, Lilith, after reading Kelly's post and stuff, let's just start a GoFundMe account for Phil to have the Batmobile.
The 89 Batmobile, yes, that's been my dream since that movie.
So we'll just start a GoFundMe account, and we'll just get that for Phil.
Kelly and I decided we're going to steal the rubber ducky from the famous Batman museum near her house for you.
Okay.
It's one step closer.
Couldn't get you the mobile, Phil, so we got you the duck.
Oh, what the duck. Alright, let's get... So, as you probably figured out, is this holiday is April Fool's Day, so let's get into it.
Alright, so you guys start. I don't know why I said you guys start. I'm like, hey! But I love the opening panel of just the Riddler, and then like the numbers on Batman's face, and just the Riddler being in this. Trying to put it all together at the same time Batman is.
Because I guess the Riddler was hired to try to put it together. Well, what is this?
It's just interesting because it's like the Riddler is usually the one who would figure it out, and he's putting it together at the same time Batman is, but he's like completely wrong, which is so weird for the Riddler.
Was it on purpose though?
Oh,
you don't know. Maybe writing wise,
at the very end, but the way that this chapter ends, it could very well be that this is the Riddler's joke.
But no, I just think writing-wise, they wrote it so he got it wrong. Because, I mean, it's like the halfway point of the series, and it's like, okay, here's what we've got so far in case you're lost.
Yeah.
the long Halloween that ended on April Fool's Day. Well, it is kind of funny because in the sense, if the Riddler, he's like, I figured it out, this is it. And then it's, you're wrong, April Fools.
Well, he did give us a good hint in the right direction, though. I think maybe is the whole point of that.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, because he said a Falcone, so that was close.
You know, he did also pick a certain person. Like, no spoilers, because we're trying to, for those who are reading along with us, we're trying not to spoil it as we go, Chris. We're just kind of talking about each issue as an individual.
Wait, so you mean I shouldn't say it was? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Then I'd be like, April Fools!
April Fools, it was me!
It was Alfred, April Fools.
That's what I was about to say! I was about to say, surprise, it's Alfred!
The butler actually did do it this time!
First off, what I love about this book is it's such a unique read, but at the same time, I just reread the chapter to get ready for this show. I love that it's a balance between Batman trying to figure it out and the Riddler trying to figure it out, and you're kind of rooting for both of them, honestly, to find out who caused all of this.
Well, yeah, at this point, you're just like, somebody tell me, who was it?
Like, we're 7 chapters in, just let me know.
I also like how Dent and Gordon are teaming up, and they're like, yeah, we should probably arrest Bruce Wayne at this point. And you're just like, oh, you two assholes.
Yes. I think there's a lot of power in that moment where Gordon is like talking to Dent and just says, are we going to do this? You know, and Dent's just like, I think we have to. Like, it's not even a matter of like, yes, we're going to do this. This is going to happen. It's like, they're still questioning, should we go forward with this? I mean, there's so much, I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of power in this chapter about like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, it was just so much different because, I mean, just the ending that, the Riddler didn't get killed, spoiler alert.
Yeah, we can't spoil this book, because technically should have read it. Yeah, and the fact that it was the Riddler. It wasn't like all the other people who's died have been part of the 2 different crime families.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, plus, I mean, the Riddler's not going to get killed. That's the thing about, right. A year 1 story. The Riddler's not getting killed.
Although there's that great panel where it looks like Sophia Falcone's going to just crush his head.
Yeah.
Brains out the nostrils, man.
But in the same way, like, this story technically is like a an Elseworld tale. So, I mean, they could kill off the Riddler if they really wanted
They
to,
really could.
just to throw us off and make us go, oh, shoot.
I have to say, though, I was a little, taken aback when they're like, a .22 caliber pistol is a lady's gun. I'm like, really? I mean, it's still gonna blow your head off, guy.
Yeah, I mean, technically I don't need to pull out a Desert Eagle to kill somebody.
That's right.
Well, if
Easy
you're
to
a guy
hide.
in a comic book, your gun symbolizes either how big you wish your penis to be or how big it actually is. It's one of those kind of euphemism things, I guess.
There was a
Misogyny,
lot of
welcome
discussion
to it,
about-
fellas.
We have so much dick tonight.
We've had a lot of male genital discussion today in our reviews that I don't know, I feel uncomfortable.
You know, I'm comfortable with male genitalia. I get it.
It is what
Are-
it is.
Anyway, I think the whole 22 thing is just, they're like, it's not easy, especially with Batman, everyone, it's like, it's not a big gun, so basically anyone can, use it.
Yeah, it has very.
Yeah.
So that's like not a lead.
It also could be a very common.
Or is it a
Find
lead?
out-
Or is it a lead? A 22, a 2-2.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Harvey
I
Dent.
mean, she's about to say, if you think about it, this book we have Harvey Dent. We don't have Two-Face.
Nope.
So what's going on in his head? I mean, we know that he wants to arrest Bruce, which poor Bruce.
Although, really, they play off the Two-Face angle so well, and all the panels with Harvey in it, because there's always just that light that casts a shadow on at least half his face, no matter what.
Yeah. But
I just like the panel where, Bruce is talking to Alfred and he's like, pray I'm wrong, Harvey Dent. And then the next panel is, Bruce Wayne, you're and they're like, so it's just...
so what are you saying, that it shouldn't have taken them a year to find the Holiday Killer? It's just because, Harvey Dent and Batman are working at cross purposes against each other?
Could be. Or it's just because, a lot of times when they go after these criminals, it's because they're having a pattern, they're doing something, consistently. This is a one-off, we haven't identified the pattern, kill, but it's only once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they can say, okay, we know the next holiday is coming up, but they're really not sure where to look or what to do because they don't know who to protect, who to look out for. It could be either crime family or just, like in this, the Riddler was attacked.
Yeah,
I like this. I like this book because it's kind of like hey, if you missed a month, or you missed something, here we're going to kind of catch you up and kind of it's like we as readers are theorizing things.
Yeah.
We're wondering what if it's this person? And in the same instant, Batman and the Riddler are kind of doing the same thing that we as readers are doing, theorizing, discussing what the outcome might be. So it's like we're part of the conversation.
Oh yeah, they're definitely the audience this issue.
I like how Alfred's like, Batman. Here's another suggestion for you.
No, Batman.
No, sir, you are wrong. You signed my check, but you are wrong. But what was everyone's favorite panel in this issue? Mine was that second page, the bottom panel where Batman has all the clues spread out on the table and is when he's talking everything out.
I think mine is Alfred serving him tea, and he's like, if I may, sir, and you just know he's just going to give him good advice.
Yeah, that's tough. I think my favorite panel was the bloodied arm in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
because we get into that part of the story about Carla Vitti, which I always was like, oh man, although it's that's clearly not the ending, but that would be a really great story to follow on the side. But visually, I love the contrast of the black and white, the noir style, and then just the bloodied arm that's all red.
Yeah. That was
Also, heads up, Tyler had to step out to take care of Solomon really quick.
Okay.
Another good panel is the very last panel where it's the Riddler. When does the killer not kill? Looks like he pooped his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another good noir scene. It's like that black and white.
Yeah.
Just the green.
But also, I love that like I said earlier, that great moment where it looks like friggin' Sophia's gonna crush his head.
And his face goes all white. Yeah.
That's so great. All the color just drains out of him.
But that last page, the killer leaves his umbrella, and it's like, wait, the Penguin's a killer?
Honestly, yeah, the first time I read this, God, who knows how many years ago, I was like, wait, who carries an umbrella like that? Like, what? Is this a clue? Is this another clue for us? Or is it just because it's raining?
Always
I think
raining in Gotham if it's not dirty snow.
But yeah, it's because of the rain, and it helps keep the killer in shadow.
Yep.
How awesome would it have been if it was the Penguin, though?
I know, we were like, haven't seen him yet in this series, and all of a sudden it's just, oh yeah, it's the Penguin.
Something, I want to be the man.
Completely out of left field.
The very last page of the very last chapter, you just see like the silhouette of his face and just.
I'm playing this stinking city like a harp from hell.
Oh my god. He just says, "At my funeral, let penguins drag me into the water."
Not a bad way to go, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, ask Falcone and Maroni's men, and they'll tell you that there are worse ways to go.
I still always get a kick out of the old school Bat computer because it's so huge and just unaesthetically pleasing.
What, the giant Cray computer?
It's like even the cartoon did a better job, and that was like 92, buddy.
It's like 66 Batman. It's like, yeah, put your punch cards in.
Exactly. Oh, so many deaths in the flashbacks.
I hope you've brushed up on your binary code.
00100001.
Oh my god.
Did anybody like the Catwoman vision?
Oh, when they're saying, oh, maybe it's Catwoman? Yeah.
For reasons. Because she's a woman and she's crazy. Jesus.
Just so funny, her in the full costume, wearing the coat and the hat.
No. Creeping around corners.
Like, no one will know it's Catwoman if Catwoman wears a fedora.
And exactly, and like her, I'm sure that's just like in Batman's head or something, but it's just like, her identity wasn't known at this point, so if she hadn't worn the outfit, everyone would be, if she actually was the killer, no one would know it was Catwoman.
I can't remember the exact panel, but part of me really wishes there's like ear slits in the fedora that she wears so she can keep her cowl on.
I was trying to wait for Tyler, but I don't know. Did we talk this out? Because it was a good issue, but a lot of it was like recap, from the first 6 issues.
And it should have been. It's the midway point. It's like, okay, they're basically saying, who do you think did it? Here's what Batman has. Here's what Riddler has. Do you have anything better? If so, email us, because we don't know either. Of course they do.
Like, it is kind of that weird point where you can't decide, like, should we push this issue further and give more information away, or do we just be like, oh yeah, it's time to take that mid-book break?
Yeah.
Almost like a filler book.
Because God, let's be honest here. By the time you get to this chapter, you may not remember what happened, in the first chapter.
And that's why I was saying, like, in a lot of ways, this book felt like, hey, I'm going to catch up. Like, for those who came in late, here is this issue.
Yeah. But, we were gonna wrap it up, Tyler, but, what was your favorite panel?
My favorite panel, honestly, with this one, I think because it's so different, but like you're talking about, it's where, Sophia has her hands around the Riddler's face, and she's like, looks like she's crushing his skull, just because it's so different. Like, I mean, of course I love when Batman says Harvey Dent, but we get a lot of those iconic shots, but just her crushing his face is memorable. So I will go with that one.
When she gives him the Lenny hug. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. But is that about it then?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, as our guest, you want to give your social media?
Absolutely. You can follow me on Twitter on NotSoTinyDancer86.
Tyler Patrick.
You can find me at JTYPatrick. And then, of course, there's good old Phil, who's probably the second. I think he does more podcasting than Kevin Smith, honestly.
He doesn't cry nearly as much, though.
Yeah, that's true. Phil keeps his composure.
Most of the time. Lilith.
Oh, you guys can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. I'm on Tumblr. It's lilithhellfire.tumblr.com. And Reddit, just Lilith Hellfire, inbox me.
And as for me, you should all know my information by now, but if you like Batman and DC Comics, check out Before the Bat, that I co-host with Tyler and Kelly, or World's Finest, that I co-host with Lilith. But the easiest way to get a hold of me, talk anything DC or Marvel, is nightwingpdp@gmail.com, and on Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp.
And you can find me at the Krypton Report on Southgate Media.
Well, but who cares about Superman this weekend?
No, seriously, it's all that.
Alright, well...
I know where you live, Phil. I know where you live.
Do you bleed, Tyler?
Because you will.
That's Phil's face. Go figure.
Alright, well, join us next month when we do Mother's Day. But,
what a rough month for frickin' Bruce.
Oh, yeah, the next 2 months is going to be rough for him. Mother's Day, Father's Day. But anyway, don't let anyone pull any horrible practical jokes on you, like, a bullet in the back. Good night.